did stratified spiral analysis tissue control devices. So this is just an image of our device. And for our overview, this was created by Johnson & Johnson MedTech in October of 2012, and it just eliminates the need for knot tying while suturing, as you can see here. It's a barb design, and so it anchors the tissue to hold it together, and then the bilateral tension from the middle or adjustable loop on the end secures the closure. And this is used in many clinical areas and then different procedure types as listed on the slide. So the materials we're going to go over today is PDO as well as PGA, PCL. So to start off with PDO, which is polydioxanone, the J&J brand name is PDS, but this is typically known as PDO. It's a polymer, then synthetic, biodegradable, and semi-crystalline, and then it's also a polymer or polyester. And so the material is obtained, synthesized, and processed by a small molecule originally, which is p-dioxanone. And scientists use ring opening polymerization, where they take a heat and a catalyst and then link these pieces together into a long chain polymer. And then this degrades via bulk erosion, which means that it degrades from the inside out. So water gets inside faster than the actual chain breaks down. So it breaks from the inside out. And so to create this into the medical device, PDO polymer is melted and it's extruded into long, thin monofilament fibers. And then they're stretched and heated to make them stronger. And then for J&J, they like to dye their sutures purple. So they're dyed and crimped, as well as packaged and sterilized. For the chemical structure, there's a lot of ester linkages, which is in the red, which allows PDO to be broken down over several months. And the backbone chain is hydrophobic, and this allows slow degradation, and that's important because sutures need to be more longer-term use. As well as it has a low TG, so it allows the material to be soft and flexible at the body temperature, as well as it has 55% crystallinity, which means it's a little tighter packed, allows for strength, durability, and good initial strength. And then for suitability, it's antibacterial because there's no internal pockets or places for that bacteria to hide, as well as it's absorbable, and it's good for tissues that heal slowly because the strength, like the material doesn't degrade for about 4 to 6 weeks. As well as it has a smooth surface, so it allows tissue to slide easily, but it doesn't trap bacteria, which then in turn lowers infection risk. As well as it has predictable slow hydrolysis, stable biocompatibility, and a high tensile strength. And then for the response in the body, about after 4 to 6 weeks, the strength declines, and then complete mass loss within 6 to 9 months. So this starts off with acute inflammatory response, and then goes to mild chronic foreign body reactions. So there's a thin fibrous capsule that's created on the myofilament, but then this suture will break down by bulk hydrolysis.
So mine was polyglycolic acid and polycaprolactone, or PGA PCL copolymer. It's a synthetic glycolide and epsilon caprolactone copolymer with a 70-30 mol ratio. It's a blocked copolymer with about 15% crystallinity and a melting temperature of 183 degrees Celsius. So solid PGA and PCL starting product at a 60-40 mol ratio using stannous oxidate as a catalyst to open the rings. A pre-polymer forms with ring opening. Additional glycolide is polymerized into the chain, leading to the desired 70-30 ratio for strength throughout repeated ring opening steps. This is not a perfect one-to-one addition of monomers. The copolymer is then extruded at 210 degrees Celsius in a monofilament and hot drawn to allow for alignment of the branches and greater intermolecular forces than heated low and slow at 90 to 105 degrees Celsius to encourage crystal formation. The tissue retaining barbs are then cut into the suture using nanomolar laser to ablate the suture and cut out the barb. The chemical structure predicts the function, as PGA is a shorter carbon backbone chain providing rigidity and crystallinity from the hydrogen bonds formed with oxygen in the carbonyl and carboxyl groups. PCL, with a longer carbon backbone, allows for enough flexibility for the high tensile strength, about 65,000 psi, to be maintained as the long hydrocarbon chains slide past each other rather than shearing apart. It's designed to bend, not break, with the force concentrated around the barbs. Flexible suture elongates under stress while holding the tissue in place. You can see the loop structure in the bottom right. The bioresponse is that it's designed for a shorter time in the body, breaking down into natural substances. PCL-PGA hydrolyzes into lactic acid and glycolic acid, which are both things the body naturally produces. Around 30% breaking strength retention through 14 days in vivo. So this is meant for a shorter time in body, less traumatic procedures, and more surface level.
And then here are our sources for PDO and overview, and then our sources for PGA and PCL.
Thank you.